thing that's really useful to have in this environment is operational metadata. So I can see how it's been built, but this has been deployed across to a production environment. And if I have a look at this deployment area here, I can see an operational dashboard, and it's showing me the success or failure of various. Oh, looks like they had a deployment issue there. Interesting. Okay. So we can see some operations that have been done against their production environment. I can see refreshes, which is the data refreshes. It's all the DML operations that are being run, and any deployment as well. So if we pick on one of these guys, process all. This is showing us very detailed job operational metadata. So we opened up the detail of a job that ran, and it ran today. No, it didn't. Ran yesterday for me. Day before yesterday, anyway. Recently, and I can see all the steps it ran, and I can see how long each step took. I can see how many rows were manipulated. I can see how long the whole job took, and I can even see the SQL that was run at each step. And we keep all this history in our metadata service. And what I'd be interested in is, okay, well, which is the steps that's taking the most amount of time? Is there an opportunity for speeding that up? Because time is money, and on our compute, we want to know where the time is being spent. Also have a quick look at data volume. So hey, we're processing 17 million and 13 million records, and 3 million and 2 million. Not bad, really. 14 minutes. Doing a lot of parallelism in that execution. But if there was any problems, I would see that called out here. Now, one of the things I've noticed here is they have some SQL tests. And so let's just have a quick look at the tests that they do along their pipeline. Now, I'm going to come back into this build interface, and I notice that they're on the summarization of sales data. It's pretty cool. So they show a weekly summary, a daily summary, a store summary, all sorts of summaries of sales here. Now, if I put fact sales, where have you gone? Fact sales. Filter, fact sales, let's put that there. So I can see fact sales is a low level, it's the most detailed fact table, it's a transaction level. And they summarize it to daily, and then they summarize that to weekly, and there's other bits and pieces in here. Now, each time they do that along this pipeline, they're doing a test. And this test is basically making sure that through the pipeline, as they enrich the data and join the data with sales, with costing data and pricing data and inventory data, that they don't lose the reconciliation with the source. So here, for example, they're just making sure in this detail fact table that the row count matches what's in the originating data set, where the data arrives into this processing. Just make sure that's the same. And then as they move along the pipeline to the daily summary, looks like they do something similar here, where they're looking at a sum of the quantity or the units sold, units net by day, and they're just making sure that that reconciles back to the detailed fact table that we just reconciled to the source. And then out here they have another check at the weekly level, which does very similar stuff. So they've got these tests built in, which is nice. So they know as they go through all their aggregations and their rules that they're not introducing duplicates or filtering joins or something that would break the reconciliation through those layers.
So Doug, those tests are just looking for true false?
Yes, that's right. So if the number was different, so then this would return a data set. This would return a week where the data is not matching the prior step. And immediately one of these queries returns data. And it doesn't matter what it returns, it's just got to return a row or multiple rows. Then the test fails. And then you've got the option of, well, carry on anyway, knowing you've got a problem, treat it as a warning. Or you could say, well, stop right there. and don't process any downstream steps because we've found that data is bad.